just like that's kind of what we're doing. So if I click on the game here, we have a new button called Spectate. So just hit that. And now I'm a spectator in the little spectator queue. I can chat with people, everything here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting away from our kind of what we've seen as streaming and tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I actually was going to mention that, like where you had to have a 6th champion in order to view it.
Yeah, we're you know that's a reasonably clever workaround we're doing right now to not having the feature, but you know that's not optimal. We don't want to do that. It creates a way worse experience.
Right. So as a spectator, can you see both chats, or is it?
Yes, you can see both chats. You can see actually this is a bot game, so and this feature isn't ready for normal games, right? Or non-draft pick, but it will be. You'll be able to see the bans and picks in real time here as a spectator.
Was there kind of like another like public outcry for Spectator Mode also?
No, generally there's a lot of features I think a community really wants and really needs. Spectator's one of them. One thing to point out is, I think a question is going to come up a lot. No, I don't think we're going to get a lot of, wow, Spectator sucks, Riot. We're going to get a lot of, why didn't you do replays instead? Because replays is a little bit more the requested feature. And the answer to that is, much like with our RADS patcher, how that kind of like freed up the ability for us to not have to worry about old versions of the game in this replay and then the new patch, and we patch so often, that was actually going to break replays, so we did the RADS patcher first. A lot of the features we need for replays on the UI front, the controls front, making sure the experience in the replay is good. It's not just a fraps game, because you can already just fraps a game if people wanted to do that. If people wanted that functionality, they wouldn't care that we had the feature, but they want a more fully fledged replay mode, right? This spectator mode is kind of a key technology piece in making replays in the future as well. So this is kind of a gateway feature.
So is that kind of like, well, I want to get into it, but you think it's going to be something you get in the future? Where you have the replay feature in the future?
Yes, we want to make replays, and we think replays are really important. And I mean, I can't talk really any more about it because we're working on this core piece first. Right. So yeah, we really want to make replays happen. So let's talk about Spectator. There's the first thing I want to point out, and I think the most important feature in Spectator is this scoreboard up top. It's what I kind of like to call the football score, right? So if you go like on watch a football game, right? Like just jump in, and the game's been going on a while. You see, it's like 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. I can just see that right away. I know who's winning, by how much, and how long it's left in the game. I could have not watched any plays. I probably missed a lot of awesome plays previously, but I still know the state of the game. We wanted to provide that here, so we provided what we thought the 3 most important pieces of information were to determining that in advance. Team kills, team total aggregate gold, and building destructions.
Okay. So minion kills isn't up there.
Minion kills is not up there,
but it's part of the gold.
Part of the total gold, because minion kills aren't as representative of total gold of power, because this represents Dragon, Baron, did you kill a bounty, things like that really factor into this, I think much more than just a flat minion skill number does. We do track personal stats down at the bottom. This is some placeholder UI that we're going to sexy up a little bit, but we have KDA here, minion kills, and then all the items the champion has bought. So you kind of have that kind of tab screen information down here as well. So as you can see right now, we're kind of in omnipotent view. We can see the whole map with no fog of war. If I select the champion and then hit the fog of war button though, sometimes right now there's a bug where it does show both. Let me fix it really quick. There we go. So if I pick purple team's Nasus, I see purple team's fog of war, and then I can switch back to go to new team member and see their fog of war. For champions specifically, for players specifically, we see summoner spells and their cooldowns up in the side party panel here. Also included will be ultimate and ultimate cooldown in that 3rd box once people reach level 6. Here, if I select on a champion, you can see down here it's darkened out for bots. It's bright for players, so that won't be a problem. You can see the ability cooldowns of each skill. Sivir isn't doing crap, so let's find a better example. Nobody sees the skills. Come on, E, Alpha Strike, dude. Help me out, dude. Okay, anyway.
There you go.
There, so we can see still there's a problem. Interesting. That's fun. bug. So yeah, there's some bugs we're still working on, obviously. There we go. We can see the cooldown tick down on Alpha Strike. If this was a player, we would also be able to see the levels they'd put into each.
And it would be lit up too.
It would be lit up. It's very lit up. Yeah, it's much easier to read. These are darkened because with 0 ranks in any ability, it darkens the ability. And bots, there's some shenanigans behind the bots where they actually aren't putting points in skills. It's doing it all for them. So
they're bots. Because they're bots. Right?
Yeah, because they're bots. Yeah, exactly. So that's not a big deal. We also have hotkeys. So one of our theories, you can actually become good at spectating. Like, you can actually be a good spectator. We expect, like, shoutcasters and stuff who do this really often to be able to do this. We've actually provided hotkeys. 1 through 5 is blue team champions, and Q through T is purple team champions. So you can hotkey, so I could be like, I want to go to Malphite. He's second on player on purple team, W. There, I'm there. So if you get really good with that, you can jump to the action quickly, kind of look around like that.
So is that like a science number on the side, or is it you have to know what number you play?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah, it's always in the same order. See? Okay. Yeah, you can look at those hotkeys there. We can lock the camera. So if we would just let's say we're not doing like shoutcasting professional tournaments. Let's say I'm playing with my friend and I don't know how to play Annie, and I want to go watch how Annie's played. I can lock on so that I can just pay attention and we can talk with fans or something like that. One important feature is you'll notice there's a very long delay, or not a very long delay. It's about I think 20 to 30 seconds right now. That's there to prevent ghosting and cheating. We're very serious about making sure that this is not used as a cheating tool. So a time delay will prevent that, so that people can't just be on vent watching Spectator with Fog of War off and some shenanigans and bullcrap like that. So we'll adjust that number and look at how people are playing and get that right. That's completely configurable from our side. That's pretty much the main qualities of Spectator Mode right now. Just kind of a full-featured way to watch the game. So, did you have any questions or comments or anything you wanted to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk about a little bit about the new champions.
Okay.
I know you said you focused a little bit on the storyline for each champion. Do you guys know what the storylines are going to be for those champions yet?
We do know for Yorick and Skarner. Leona, we might know, but I don't. Yeah. We talk about backgrounds. So for me personally, Matt Grau, one of our senior creative designers, if he was here, could answer more detailed questions about the lore. I really focus personally, and honestly, kind of our champions. What's their backstory as much, but what's their personality? Who are they, and what do they sound like? What do they look like? What do they feel like? Like those things being cohesive is the thing I'm really concerned about. So that's why we talked about Skarner's backstory, not because his story was the thing that I think we wanted to focus on, but because why is he a character and not a monster, right? Those are the important keys for me.
Okay, cool. I guess I want to talk a little bit about Spectator Mode.
I'll give you a little Yorick footage, by the way. These skills are all changing.
Do you know what, do you have a planned release date for Spectator Mode?
But we're going to show this at DreamHack, live, and show our entire tournament, our Season 1 Finals $100,000 thing.
Yeah.
We're going to use Spectator Mode to show that to the world. Nice. So it needs to be in pretty good shape by then, right? Yeah. This is totally not a prototype. This is real. This is all the work we've actually done on it. This is, if we ship this is what the players would see. But we want to do some improvements, some bug fixes, some usability tweaks, get some good UI on some of this stuff. Think about some questions like how many players can spectate a game and what's that mean for the server. Some tougher back-end questions we'll solve the answer there. With that, so to answer your question directly, we don't have a specific release date, but basically we're trying to get this out as soon as possible. And that means weeks, not months after DreamHack. Right? After DreamHack. It'll definitely be after DreamHack, and it'll be weeks. We're looking at metrics in weeks, not months. Right?
So you'll basically have a better understanding of what the final results are gonna be at DreamHack.
Exactly. And after we do some more testing on server load, and finding some more edge case bugs and things like that, it's pretty much in a testing and improvement phase at this point. And we just need to make sure we get through all that because we want to release this polished, right?
So you said a little bit about server load. Is that